21 degrees Barbara winds on the weatherman kind of deal. And believe me, I think it's going to get a lot hotter yet, I really do. It is Friday, October the 1st. Pinch and a punch for everybody that's joining us this morning. In fact, let me do this.
Galaxy 107fm.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and I've got to welcome along everybody that's joining us on Facebook Live right now. Absolute pleasure to have you guys joining us, and believe me, you're going to love this. You really, really are. And believe me, everybody wants to do the bush baby here at Galaxy, so we're going to work our way into that one. We really, really are. But right now, joined by Prince Far Out from the band Camels Drop. I love that name too, by the way. Here's Realize.
People, please open your eyes and your ears. There's a brand new band on the scene. You know one.
So how you feeling? You okay?
I'm okay, man. I'm okay.
Nice, nice. How's your football team going? Are they winning?
They're winning 1-0. They have to play another 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, still a bit of time there. they still can get a second goal.
Maybe, but when they keep this, I'm alright. It's against the Greek team.
Okay.
It's unique.
so obviously you're not rooting for the Greek team.
Sorry?
So obviously you're not going for the Greek team then, are you?
No, I'm not going for the Greek team. No, not at all. Not at all.
And have you got a beer there with you? You can't watch soccer without a beer.
I've got the best beer in the world. You know that?
Show me.
Wait. It's in a glass. It's with a D.
Oh, okay.
And it spells Duvel. D-U-V-E-L.
Okay.
And it means the devil.
Very cool.
Really, like you drink normally 2 beers or 3 beers. It's the alcohol level is very high.
I like that.
It's the best beer in the world, I tell you.
Awesome. I might have to get you to send me a case.
This could be costly, but maybe.
I got a friend of mine in Norway that has his own label on vodka.
Wow.
I might have to introduce you guys, because believe me, you'll love his music as well. He's more heavy metal than reggae though, but believe me, he's...
But I love every kind of music, you know. Sometimes when I hear something, I say, this is bullshit. And I must say, getting older, I say this more.
Yeah. Hello.
But real music from the heart, any kind of music I like it.
Well, I tell you what, I'll get Barbara to introduce you to my friend Gear from Viking Queen. You'll love him. You really will. He's a great guy. He's a manager for the band Viking Queen, and it's a brilliant band. It really is.
Nice name.
Yes. Yeah. In the meantime, guys, welcome along. It is nice to have you back again. And today we're doing something a little different. Yes, we're over in Belgium. Haven't been there for a number of months now, and we're catching up with Prince Far Out from the band Camels Drop. And of course, in the band, don't forget, there's Little Miss Sweets. I love that name, there really is. And Dazed, Dazed, and love that name as well. So we're going to talk about that, but there's a little something I want to talk about as well with that. And I think we might throw that in just to see how it goes, just for a bit of a laugh. You never know. It might be, it may not be, but we will find out. We will.
Mystery. Here comes the mystery.
Here comes the mystery.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we made history yesterday. We really did. Ashley Pater made history here at Galaxy yesterday. She comes out of Vancouver, Canada, and it just absolutely tied up our internet yesterday. Fantastic job, Ashley. I've got to congratulate you on that. In the meantime, my friend, let's go live to the desk, and I've got to welcome you along. 90 countries this morning are logged in, 310 cities around the world.
Wow.
And I'll give you I will give you the numbers at the end of this interview because, of course, they just keep on going up and going up. And so best to do it then instead of now. In the meantime,
it's time to realize.
that's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Sean Adams is joining us. Nice to have you on board, Sean. And also Michael King is there as well. Thanks and welcome back to Galaxy. And believe me, this one's going to be an absolutely fantastic time because we're doing a little reggae. Now, we never do enough reggae. We really don't. And today we're going all the way over to Belgium to catch up with Camels Drop. And today we're talking to Prince Far Out. Believe me, love the name. How did you come to the name, Prince?
I'm here, I'm here to stay. I'm 60 years old. I'm doing reggae from 20 years old, and I love it.
Now, how did you get into reggae?
I got into reggae because I was a punk. When I was 18, I studied in Ghent, the main city, and my parents had big prospects for me, but I went to a punk rock path, and I was really sold. And then 2 years later, I went to London, Brixton. I learned to know all the big sound systems that these days, like my professor and all the guys there. And I was really so. I tried to do some things they did, and I felt really comfortable. And when you're 20 years, you do some things. English is not my native language. Jamaican is not my native language. I know some Patois now. But at that time, I was really trying. But from one thing come to another, and I played 6, 7 reggae bands in Belgium from that time on. And now I'm playing 3.
Well, I can relate to the punk. I got to be honest with you. I was in Piccadilly Circus at the height of the punk era. Literally, I was part of Crash Productions and stuff like that.
Yes, I was staying with the mob. We were on the Crash label at that time.
Okay.
I was living in the sports house there.
All right.
Islington.
Well,
Islington is now a very rich place, but Islington at that time was one squat house of another, and I lived part in Brixton as well.
Maybe we've even run into each other. I used to work for Crash Productions back in the day. I really did. So, believe me, we might have seen each other in the past. You never know.
We have met each other there.
Yeah, maybe.
We used to go from London with a bus van and then cross to France and buy everything we could buy, like wine, tobacco and everything. And we go back to London and sell it in the squat house and have a big party.
Well, you might have been one of the ones that I was buying all my goods off then. You never know.
Yeah, maybe. I hope you weren't sick from our wine,
Well, you never know. I didn't drink wine myself.
Sometimes you go too cheap. I must say sometimes you go too cheap, but that's like a Belgian guy, for me, London was at that time the center of the world musically.
Yes, it really was. I used to live in Piccadilly Circus, so believe me, I was part of the punk era. In fact,
Yeah.
I think somewhere away, I've still got my 15 up Cherry Reds. You never know. Might have. I think somewhere in the cupboards at home, I might still have my 15 up Cherry Reds.
Uh-huh. But, there's where I learned reggae music. I couldn't pay a ticket to Jamaica. I've never been in Jamaica. But there at that moment, there was Aswad. There were, capital letters. There were all these reggae bands who were Jamaican, but at the same time very English. There was also the ska time with specials and everything, you know.
Now, we opened up the show, Prince, with Realize. Now, tell me a little,
Yes.
tell me a little bit about this. How did you come to the lyrics of that?
The lyrics is Mr. Trump.
Okay.
Okay.
Everything that I say in this lyrics is about Mr. Trump, and I was shocked. Like a democratic land like America, the United States, the democracy of the world, suddenly changed totally. And what I say is like, you know, you can be a liberal and everything, but if people are dying on your streets, you can't say everybody has got the same thing in life. No. Everybody wants a better life. But if you don't get a chance, you don't get a chance.
That's right.
And he put pressure on his country, and things are very changed until this time with, you know, having a voice, being normal, being just not aggressive.
Well, I was kind of disappointed that the former president didn't get a second term because right now, of course, yeah, well, I'll tell you why. We can't make fun of Biden the same way we could of Trump.
That's a good one. I must say that's a good one. You know, I watch CNN every day in the time of Trump. Now I watch CNN every 20 days.
Yeah, yeah.
Because at sometimes it was really like, fucking hell. What's he going to do now? What's he going to say now? How stupid can he be today?
Exactly, absolutely. Believe me, we used to get a lot of humour out of that man just being himself. We really, really did. Believe me,
I write lyrics about this guy. You know, it was the first American president I ever wrote a lyric about.
well, my question is, that thing on top of his head, did it get its own bed? Did it get its own room? And what the hell did they feed it?
What the hell did they feed him?
Yeah.
I think a very good doctor, Frank Zappa would say.
Believe me, I think it was. I think that was the thing that was controlling his brain, that was controlling the country. To be honest with you.
Now, you know, Hitler was a junkie. He got his speed every day. He got his pills every day. He had syphilis. This was a mind crack. And sometimes I think Trump had a bit of the same. Only it's good for the world. He didn't get that far, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Believe me, an absolute idiot at the reins for sure. Now, I'm going to ask you about this.
Just another place what you need.
That's the Sky Blasters. What do you have to do with them?
I'm playing in that band for 30 years now.
Yes, I know. And, well,
We're really big in the 80s, you know. We
I
played
know.
every festival as last band in Belgium at that time.
We've been trying to get an interview with the Sky Blasters for, well, a long time now. So what I'm going to say to you is, today we're doing Camels Drop. How would you like to come back and do an interview with us on the Sky Blasters as well?
No problem, because, yeah, that's where I learned my trade. That's where I was I was about 30 years old then. And before I did like a lot of sound system things, you know. But that was the first band I really got into and I wanted to do reggae with. It's with a Ghanaian singer and a lot of people I knew from music things before, other bands. And, you know, yeah, that's where I was born.
Well, I tell you what, we absolutely love Sky Blasters here at Galaxy. We really do. We've been playing it forever. We really have. and we'd love to be able to do a follow-up interview, aka the Sky Blasters. But right now, let's concentrate on Camels Drop. And I got to be honest, I got a fan question for you, my friend. How do we get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, do you respond?
I try to respond, but I'm 61 years old, and some members of the band are in their 20s, and they are really heavy, on Instagram, on Facebook, on everything. I'm a little bit older. I relax more. I'm sometimes in my comfort zone and even put my phone out, but that has nothing to do with how I feel. I think, reggae music, the one thing that is very important is to keep in contact with people all over the world and spread the same feeling.
I agree with you absolutely, wholeheartedly. And just vicariously, I've got a friend of mine coming out of Africa right now, out of Uganda actually. His name is Marvin42. I would love to introduce you to him because he's got a huge amount of reggae bands over there that he represents. And, well, if you guys get on, you never know, you might be able to go do a tour over there and vice versa. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I love Africa, I've been in Gambia, I've been in Senegal, I've been in Mali. I played Dakar, reggae party. Oh. I met Houston Adu's brother in the studio, and I really feel the vibes of West Africa,
Well, I tell you what, it would be an honour to introduce you. Marvin is actually our ambassador in Africa for Galaxy, so believe me, you will get on really, really well with him. You really, really will.
I hope so, I really hope so.
He's a great guy. He is. And, well, you never know. You might be able to get in there, go and have some concerts over there with some of his guys. And again...
I played before a sound system, in Gambia and everything. Inland. Not at seaside with the tourists, but 400-500 miles inland. Where people just play it's like $10 cents to get in. And it's outside. It's with palm trees around it, and they pick it up, Thousands of people start to dance, and the dust gets up. At 15 minutes later, you don't see any people anymore. The sand goes up so much on the reggae rhythm and on the real things they play there. Man, it's a great experience, I tell you.
I would love to see it. In fact, that would be amazing to see, to be very honest with you. I'd have to ask Marvin about that.
You don't see tourists over there, White people don't go there easily. You just take the bus and go there.
Well, believe me, we'll make sure you're safe. Don't you worry. Now, Super Spreader, tell me about this track, because I absolutely love this track. How did you come to this?
Sorry?
Super Spreader. Tell me a little bit about that.
Super Spreader, yeah. Corona, the virus gets everywhere. And we were in a situation we couldn't go to the studio and be all together, but we wanted to make songs. So some part of us took in our home studio, which in fact is like the bedroom of Dr. Rhythm. And he did things. I bought some things. I went to buy Ableton and a very good mic and everything. Yeah. And we had to work in a different atmosphere than being a band in the same room and telling things to each other. We were at home and sending things to each other. And then when the song was ready, we had a feeling like, yeah, but this is coming from different homes, from different places, from different people and very different circumstances that we used. And then we said, this has to be a super spreader, We have to spread this love, what we do now, all over the world.
I get it. Finally, I understand that. I really do. Sean Simpson is joining us this morning, and I rock. Darling, sweetie, you rock. You really do. Thank you for joining us. So, coming out of Belgium, as the Prince Bar out and his band Camels Drop. Check this out. Here's Super Spreader.
Hey, don't you worry. Life is just alright.
So tell me, my friend, who's in the room with you?
My wife.
Bring her on and say hello.
Come, sit next to me.
Okay. Hi.
Hello.
You know?
What's your name, sweetheart?
I'm Renata.
Renata.
Nice to meet you, Renata. I'm Grant. Barbara's in the background here.
And I love your country because I love the block.
Okay, fair enough.
I love you.
I'm sorry. I
No,
can't help it. I
don't
love it.
don't ever apologise for loving your country. Believe me. And we would love to talk maybe about, once this COVID virus is over and done with, about getting your band, the Camels Drop, or the Sky Blasters, down here in New Zealand, playing in front of New Zealand audiences. Would you consider that?
Oh, I would love that. You know?
He asked me.
Oh, sorry.
Shut up.
You see who's wearing the pants in this house, don't you?
No. Sorry. He can be a bit forward. I've known him for about 35 years, and I've seen him play music for about 35 years, and I think he's great.
Well, we
Not
think...
only the groups, they're great, so I think they deserve to play just about anywhere.
Very cool.
You know something? We are all fan of Fat Freddy's Drop.
Ah, yeah. We know that
Fat Freddy's Drop. Where they come from?
they come from New Zealand. Yes,
They're from New Zealand.
yes.
I love their album. We went to see them in AB in Brussels a few years
Yeah.
ago with the whole Camels Drop crew. And
Very
we love the
cool.
music, man.
Very cool.
So they play here in Belgium. I won't play in New Zealand, definitely.
We'll hook you up. Hang in there. We're just going to go back to the desk.
Hey, don't you worry. Anytime you are.
Galaxy.
That's right. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Fat Freddy's Drop. Who would have thought? Maybe a bit of the herbs as well. We'll throw them in. And tomorrow, people, will have, mate, we can have a festival here with that.
Oh, of
we really
course.
can. Just talking, of course, to Prince Bar out from the band Camels Drop. And we were talking basically about maybe getting the band down here in New Zealand. Once we get through this COVID virus, we can start getting people into the country again, start throwing shows and having lots of fun again. I think maybe well, why not? Let's have a reggae show for a change. And, well, we've got a number of New Zealand bands that we can throw in there. And we've got a number coming out of Africa as well. We could throw those in there. Some coming out of Jamaica, some coming out of America, and why not some coming out of Belgium? Yeah, we could think about that. Do you know much about New Zealand, Prince?
I know a bit. I know a bit of history, and I know your nature is great. We in Belgium, you know, when you drive 20 miles, there's another house. No, there's another village. No, there's another city. We are 10 million people, you know, like when you drive 200 miles, you cross the whole country. So we're very small. But everything I see about New Zealand nature, it's like fabulous. I also like your, how must I say, being New Zealander, you know, being behind the All Blacks, having a very good prime minister for so long, who's a woman who stands in the world like, don't fuck me up. I like people who have their own ideas about music, about art, about culture, about democracy. Yes, that's what I know about New Zealand, and I love it.
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to pass this on to Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern. I'm sure she'll get a giggle out of that. I really am. Now, most people say,
It's great, you know.
yeah, we know Jacinda very well.
Sorry?
We know Jacinda very well. She's our Prime Minister. We know her very well. And we know her opposition as well, actually. We do.
So I give you over to my wife for 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello. Welcome back again. Tell you what, while we're waiting for Prince to come back, what say we play a song? What do you reckon?
Why do you want to play a song?
Yeah, why not? Let's play a song.
Okay.
We Not Gonna Wait. What do you reckon about that one?
We're not gonna wait.
Yeah, let's...
That's fine.
I tell you what, let's get it underway while we're waiting for Prince to get back.
Okay, you play.
You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and of course, Camels Drop, We Not Gonna Wait.
Yes, right.
Ah, dear. So, how's the soccer going? Are you still winning?
Well, it's another game right now, so we're not interested anymore because it's the Germans. Oh, my husband is taking the phone away from me. He said that I don't really like the Germans. He's taking the phone.
No, I'm just taking the phone because I was shouting out loud because the team won, you know what?
That's okay, that's okay.
My wife is interested in soccer.
We're currently playing We Not Gonna Wait, so we'll have a chat about that when we go back to the desk.
Yeah.
Sean Simpson says hi, Barb. Donnie Coulter says he's back again, and we have such great shows. Well, Donnie, of course we do. We have such great talent in the world, don't we? It's only reasonable for us to expose it. And you're in there. You are. We love your band. So, did your football team win?
Yeah, my football team won 1-0.
Yay.
Yeah, you know they played champion like 5 years ago, but the years after they suffer. And as a real fan, you have to suffer with them.
Yep, believe me.
But we have great players, and we won 6-1 to the number one team, you know, like 2 weeks ago. And then they play some dirty teams, some losers, and they lose 3-0, and I get crazy.
That's the nature of sport. That's the nature of sport. Let's go back to the desk. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Donnie Coulter says, cool, thank you. No worries, my brother. In the meantime, he also says, hi, Sean. Nice to have you on board. Really is. Today we're joined by Prince Far Out, coming out of the band, of course, from Belgium. I almost said Blenheim there. got Blenheim on my mind today, coming out of Belgium, and of course we're talking about Camels Drop. Now, at the same time, we just played We're Not Gonna Wait. Prince, tell me a little bit about this track. How did you come to this?
I'm 61 years old, but I'm playing in a band with 20 people who are 20, 21, 24, 25. And, it's like the environment and things like that. They see really things happening that it's too slow. Politicians, they always say, yeah, we're gonna act. But they act in a way that the young people don't say, oh yeah, you pick it up, you do everything for nature, you do everything against climate change and everything. No, they have a feeling like, is it going to take 2 years? Is it going to take 4 years? Is it going to take 6 years? Is it going to be too late? And I understand them, I'm 16 years old. I don't have any children. I don't have anything to give for in a way. But I'm really concerned about this world, about human beings, about having the same chances to survive even. That's what this song's about, really.
Now, at the same time, right now, it's kind of a surreal time in the history of humanity, if you know what I mean, talking about the COVID virus. I presume you're not doing a lot of shows over there live right now. So are you doing more writing and more recording in the meantime?
Well, COVID struck me like it struck everyone, we were in the middle of a tour anyway in Belgium, and then suddenly it stops. And in the beginning of Corona, in Belgium, people didn't really know, politicians didn't really know, even scientists didn't really know what was the real impact. So in the beginning we thought like, well, in a month it's over. But in a month it wasn't over, it even got worse and worse. And we got really 3 times it hit us bad in Belgium, especially for the people also in hospitals, helping people and everything. We got to the edge. At the same time, you're at home, you want to do something, and there is internet, happily, and after a few months you just start to work. And I must say, the last year I never worked so hard on writing, on trying to make new songs, sing it differently, sing it in. And I bought Ableton, and I had a very good microphone, and I just made like half of a record in my living room. Because you have to.
Yes, you do. And believe me, I fully understand. Barbara is the manager of Aurora Entertainments that brings bands into the country. Almost 2 years now that we haven't been able to work, to be honest with you, due to this virus. But we can see a light at the end of the tunnel, if you want to put it like that. We're looking at getting everybody vaccinated. Therefore, we may be able to get people to come back into the country and perform in front of New Zealand audiences on New Zealand stages. And believe me, we would be absolutely honoured to have you take one of the stages here at Galaxy. We really, really would. And show you around New Zealand. And at the same time, we'll even take you over to Australia and do a few shows over there as well. We'll make it an Australasian tour that way. Literally, it's worthwhile doing. You know what I mean?
Oh, I would love it, I would really love it. I played New York, I played Istanbul, I played West Africa, Dakar, I played a lot in Europe. So the one place I didn't play is like Down Under and South America. But Down Under, I would really be there. I would really like to be there because, sometimes I see bands I know who play over there, and the crowds are really, really, really big and nice.
Well, believe me,
So, yeah, man. Bring me over there, and I'll give my best.
we would love to hook you up and bring you over here. In fact, I'd like to introduce you to a guy called Denroy Morgan that comes out of Georgia in the United States, formerly from Jamaica. By the way, he's actually a bishop. He really is. He's Galaxy's reggae reverend, if you know what I mean. And
great.
very, very talented man. We want to bring him over here to New Zealand. We'd love to be able to get you guys together. I think it would be a fantastic show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure of that, I always give my best.
Brilliant.
I never stop until they drop. We see in Jamaica. No, we see it as embarrassing,
Can we just get you to drop your video just a little bit? We're just getting to see that. That's much better. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brooklyn Love is joining us this morning. Brooklyn, absolutely brilliant to have you on board. Thank you for joining us. Now, I have something to tell you, and believe me, I don't know whether you're going to appreciate this or not, but right now, I can't seem to get through a breakfast show, and I do a breakfast show Monday through to Friday every morning, 6 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock in the morning. I can't get through a breakfast show without playing Bush Baby, but moreover, the other day, I went downtown, what do you know, it's playing on the radio, and the young ones are singing this track. How come? What is the connection? Why is it so successful, my friend?
Now I got tears in my eyes. Ooh, this is something. This lyric is not cultural. It's not political. It's just like how I felt nightlife when I was a punk rock. You go out and in a way you don't have any money, you don't have the things that other people have, but you go out and you feel like a king. And a Bush Baby, how many times as a DJ I got home at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, half drunk, not well paid, but I was the king of the night. I felt like the king of the night. I had nothing, but still, I felt like the king of the night. And that's what I want to give into this song. And if people like this, man, just give me something in your heart,
Well, I tell you what, and I'm being very honest with you, 1,813 requests to date and climbing as we talk literally.
Wow.
Everybody seem to connect with the song. Moreover, it is such a surprise to be able to see people actually singing to it that they don't know who you are. You're just walking through the crowd. And here's these young ones literally singing to your song on the radio. We have you playing downtown, by the way, in all the awnings through the CBD. And they congregate down there. Before you know it, these young ones are singing Bush Baby, and they're doing it really, really well. So congratulations, you are connecting not only here in our town, but around the world with this track. And by the way, I've got it in my car. I play this going to and from work. Okay, I love the track, I do. So, joining us live is Prince Far Out from the band Camels Drop. Here is his #1 most requested track, Bush Baby.
Right on! This one called Bush Babies, I would say, are up to rhythm. Prince Far Out.
Ah, dear, oh dear.
Yeah, man, you impressed me now. I got some tears in my eyes. Maybe it's the beer, maybe it's because my team won, but I think it's because I didn't expect this.
Well, it's the truth. Look, I didn't expect it. I went down the road to go and get a packet of cigarettes, to be honest with you. And one of our local pubs is right there, and it's a little cul-de-sac kind of place where people congregate, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what I mean.
Our speakers are playing downtown. They go all the way through the CBD, but in this one particular spot, nice grassy little area, picnicky style, they've got seats out there, and the kids congregate around there and listen to the radio. And honestly, I was just walking through there after going to get my smokes to go back to my car. on came your song, and they started, yay, everything. Before you know it, they're singing it. They knew the words.
Ah. Oh, I'm really touched, you know. I'm really touched because...
Hand on heart, honest. Hand on
I
heart,
never
honest.
could have expected this.
Well, I got to congratulate you. You've made a connection, and believe me,
Thank
they
you, thank you.
love your music. They really do.
It's you know, to give what the little things you have in life, you get something and you can do something, and at the later stage you say, maybe I have a gift to do like music, but you don't believe it yourself because you're a white man from Belgium. But I played concerts with all the big ones, you know, with Aswad, Lee Scratch Perry, all of them I did support acts in Belgium. But this means really something to me.
Well, believe me, my friend, I'm not pulling your chain, and I'm telling you the absolute truth. And at the same time, you see, I've been an engineer now for almost 40 years, and I can't fault your work. I don't listen to music like a fan would listen to it. I listen to it as an engineer or a DJ would listen to it.
I understand, yeah.
And I can't fault your work. I love your work. I really do. And whoever has done your mixing, your mastering, they knew what the hell they were doing. And I would keep them on, those guys on, actually. I really would.
The Camels Drop is just made in the bedroom of our keyboard player, who's Dr. Rhythm. But we spend a lot of time to get, you know, the old sound. We didn't listen to the reggae of the 90s or 2000. We listened to reggae from 70s, 80s.
Yep, absolutely. I get it. Let's go back to the desk, my friend. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and it's an absolute pleasure today to be able to take a little step out and play something a little different. And believe me, we play a lot of reggae here, but it's also very, very nice to be able to do an interview about the reggae. And of course today we got the man himself going right to the top. We got the Prince, he's royalty. Yes, Prince Barhout is joining us from the band Camels Drop. And well, we're going to wrap it up here. And I've got to thank everybody that's watching on Facebook Live right now. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll have more interviews coming up next week. I know Barbara, believe me, she's very, very good at doing this. But in the meantime, have a very happy, have a very safe weekend, and, well, pinch and a punch for the 1st of October. In the meantime, stay safe. Prince, don't go anywhere just yet. We're going to do a couple more things just off air. And, well, you'll understand because you'll get the video that we're going to make anyway, okay? So hang in there. But in the meantime, I'm going to switch back over to the other station. Here's Harry Nelson. And Without You, way back.